Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Charlotte and today we're gonna mood read. Yeah, I am gonna read a few books because that's what we read. We usually read books. And I'm gonna take you guys along with me and figure out what I think about them. Do I like them? I'm gonna start at least one new series and I'm gonna see if it's worth the hype in my mind. And then, we'll talk about it. I'll see you guys at the end. First book. Oh my god, I can't speak. First book in mood reading journal, whatever you want to call it. The Deal by Elle Kennedy. It's the first book in the Off-Campus series. I've never read any of them. Like, not a single one. So I'm very excited about this one. From what I know, and that's all I'm going to tell you. Just going to tell you what I know because I can't tell you anything else. From what I know, this is fake dating. She needs help, getting a guy's attention, and he needs help with his GPA. So he can keep on playing hockey, or I'm guessing it's hockey because they're on skates. So I'm guessing that's the sport he plays. Yeah, he wants to be a professional hockey player, but his plummeting GPA, can be standing in the way of that. And who better to ask than, a bad bitch? Which is what I gathered. I've read 3 chapters, that's all I read. That's all she wrote. No, she wrote way more, but that's what I read yesterday in bed. And my first impressions of Hannah is that she is actually a baddie. Like, she's super cool. So I'm very excited to read it. But I was not prepared to, first page, kind of in your face, learn about her past trauma. So I wouldn't say check up your trigger warnings, but I would also say kind of check up your trigger warnings if you do have certain triggers, because even though it's written in a very nice way, it's not trauma dumping, it's nothing like that. It doesn't go super into detail. They still tell you what happened and how it happened, but in a I've had therapy, I've worked through this, I know that type of way, but it can still be triggering. So I would, just beware. Ask someone who's read it, they want to tell you what the trauma is. And if you want to go in blindly like I did. That's how I haven't read much, but I mean, they're funny, I like them so far. It's a sports romance. I don't really have that much more to say about it yet. I'm intrigued. I also, I have it on my Kindle because I am going to go out in a few to a hairdressing appointment. I'm going to get my bangs recut, and it's actually an appointment to try out how I'm going to have my hair on my wedding day. But it's my mom's best friend, so I'm going to ask her to also fix my bangs. I'm going to be like, hey Bessie, can you also just, fix my bangs? Which I know she will, because, she's basically my aunt, which means that she can also say no if she wants to. But I don't think she will. You will see if my bangs are cut or not in the rest of the video. If they're not, she said no. She said, no, Charlotte, I'm not going to cut your bangs. Which, if she did, rude. Very rude. But yeah, I'm going to read a chapter or two. I don't have that much time. I have 10-15 minutes before I have to go. So I'm going to read a few pages, and then I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to pick up my mom, and we're going to go to her best friend. And we're going to have a lovely day because it's going to be 20 degrees outside. So I might actually, because she's going to do my mom's hair as well, I might sit outside and read a little bit at her place. So we got to bring our Kindle, right? It's now the evening. I've been and done my hair and it's taken out again. She did cut my bangs, so I'm very happy about it. And yeah, I've been reading. I've been doing what I needed to do. I've already gotten a pretty good chunk of the book. I'm on page 80. Well, I'm going to start page 87, so I've read 86 pages today. It's extremely easy to read. It goes super fast by. I think a sports romance shouldn't be heavy to read. The banter in this one, I really enjoy it. It's super fun. Very, I don't know, shooting shit. They feel like friends, just, shooting shit and being idiots together. So I am enjoying it very much. I am actually gonna put on the audiobook afterwards because I decided that what I need is a new hobby. My ADHD brain decided that I was gonna start embroidering. So of course, you don't just get the 2-3 colors you need. I got a shit ton of colors. A hoop, needles, something to draw on so I can actually get what I want. And I'm going to do it because I've seen it on TikTok and it looks so cool. I got myself a completely new green, just simple sweater, and I'm gonna embroider on the arms and everything. And I'm gonna embroider something for the books I like. I'm gonna embroider something from the books I like. Even though I wasn't like Magnolia Parks isn't like a 5-star universe for me, I have been thinking about the book since I stopped reading it. I have been thinking about it, and I'm kind of intrigued to keep on reading. So I think what I'm gonna try and do first, because it feels complicated enough, but it might be way too complicated, and you guys might be laughing at me if you do know embroidering, but I think I want to embroider a bee because it has several colors, you know. I get to try, but it's not a dragon, because, you know, it could also be a dragon, but it's not a dragon. I'm going to embroider a bee, and if it works, I'm gonna see if there's anything on like the covers of the books I've read, or I don't know, maybe like embroider, I don't know, a cowboy hat. I don't know. Just stuff I like from books I like. So if you guys already have done this, or you're thinking about doing it, please put it in the comment section what you're embroidering for different books, or what you think would be good for different books. Like if you've already read the Off Campus series, like what would you, a hockey stick? Because I mean, it could be anything. But I mean, I would know. And there's a lot of sports romances, so it would be great, because like they said on TikTok, I mean, I wanna see if I wear it, like, you know, out a bookstore, library, whatever, and if somebody like recognizes it, I would never, like, I would recognize it, and I would either say it in my head or to my friend that, oh my God, I wonder if so and so, or it looks so pretty, but I would never in my wildest dreams actually say it to the person that's wearing it, because, you know, social anxiety. But that's what I want to do, and I really like the color as well. I think the color is gonna be good, like no matter what color I put on it. If I put green on it, it will look good, and I'm very happy. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I am gonna show you guys if I make it work. If I don't make it work, just pretend that I didn't say anything. Thank you. I am 60% through the book right now. I'm having fun. The book is very easy to read. It's like very easy language. Even though there is like a theme of like a heavy topic throughout the book, it's still not heavy to read. It's a heavy topic written in, I don't know, an easy way without making fun of the topic. But I have a feeling that, you know, at some point it's going to get a little bit more heavy. But I'm 60% in, so it's probably going to be soon, because I have a feeling something's gonna happen. I have like 2 theories in my head right now, and we'll see. But I just wanted to show you guys. See, I did embroider. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I made a little bee, and I am also embroidering in Shay and the number 5, and that is for The Right Move, and this is for Magnolia Parks. So I'm having so much fun with it. I am having so much fun. Like yesterday, I had my headset on, listened to the audiobook, and I just sat there and embroidered. And this didn't take me that long. This took me for forever. The bee, it was the first thing I did. Like the bee, I decided it's, first of all, way too small. You can barely see it. And because it's way too small, there's just like this big knot on the inside. But I mean, it's fine. I can always make a bigger one later, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna go on Etsy probably later and look for patterns and stuff like that I can buy, so I can put on and like full on make this just a story of the books I've read. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, now I'm gonna do all the things I have to do, because I have to be at work in 40 minutes. So I was actually going to embroider, but I had breakfast instead, and now I don't think I have time. Even though I only have a little bit left of this one, and that's what I wanted to finish. I have a feeling that if I sit down and start doing this, all of a sudden I'm going to be late for work, and I don't want to be late. So I'm going to leave that there. And yeah, having so much fun with the book. I will check back in with you guys when I am done. Also, I tried getting the curls out, but some of them apparently stuck around, so my hair looks weird. I think I'm gonna have to put it up for work, but we'll see. That's upside down. I finished it. I'm done with it. This was a silly, goofy, fun time. I did really enjoy it. I was not prepared, like I've said several times, for there to be like a heavy theme in it. So I am excited to see if there's a heavy theme in the other ones as well. Even though the theme didn't feel heavy, it is a heavy theme. It was done very nicely, I think. I think the way they talked about it, how they approached it, very good. The way he approached it, fantastic, you know. I had a fun time. I enjoyed this. I listened to most of it through audiobook. It's not the best audiobook I've ever heard, but because of the the story is good and the writing is, you know, over decent. It was a fun time, but I listened to most of it while I was embroidering or driving to and from work. Read a little bit about it. I read a little bit of it. I did most of it through audiobook, just so that's said. But I had a fun time. I understand why this series is popular. It's not a bad sports romance. Is this the one I would recommend for you to read? No, because it's not my favorite one, but it's definitely up there. Like if you're wondering if you should read it, I think you should. I think it's a good sports romance. Garrett is attentive. Garrett does basically everything he needs to do, and Hannah is a baddie, and I adore her. Hannah, not with an M, you know. But yeah, so I'm excited. I am excited to see how they're going to portray this on the big screen though, because at some point there will be a lot of penises on your screen. So that can be interesting. Well, I don't know. I don't know how Amazon Prime is gonna attack that one, but we'll figure it out when the show comes out. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I gave this a 3.5. Like I said, it's not my favorite sports romance of all time, but I did have a good time. I don't have any problems recommending it. Stories, fun. It's kind of exactly what you need in a weird way. It's not that long. So there's not a lot of filler pages, which I feel like a lot of the newer sports romances have. I feel like they're like, oh, we need to have this and this many pages. And it just feels like filler pages. Like you're like, I don't need this information. This information gives me nothing. That's not a problem here. You get exactly what you need and not much more, which I'm very happy about. So yeah, 3.5 for the deal. Very happy about it. But I'm not going to keep on reading this series. I decided that I was gonna go on to the next one, being Binding 13. Why? I have no idea. Well, I know exactly why. I've been pushing this one aside for ages. I've been saying that I'm going to read it. I haven't. I now have the first 4 books and I haven't read a single one of them. So I feel like I should, and that means that I have to start at some point. And now my friend got the first one, so we're going to buddy read it together. Makes it a little bit easier. But if you do not know what this one is, if you're a decent person and you're not on TikTok, because I'm on TikTok way too much. This one is about Johnny and Shannon. I think her name is Shannon. Yeah, Shannon. Johnny is an all-star rugby player and Shannon is a girl, and that's what I know about her. I don't know much about her, to be honest. Oh yeah, okay. She joins the private school, praying for a fresh start, desperate to shake off the demons that plague her. And then it looks like she has a friendship with Johnny, and I'm guessing somebody doesn't like it, because the books are supposed to be a little bit heavy, and I don't know if it's this one or the next one or both that have people sobbing their freaking eyes out. So yeah, I'm excited for it. So this is going to be the next one. We're gonna jump on this one. And the reason I'm starting this one now, first of all, it's fixed fuck. It's like 780 pages, and in a week Rewind It Back comes out, and I've told myself that I have to finish it before Rewind It Back comes out. But I am going to try the audiobook for this one as well. I really enjoyed having the audiobook for this one, and I really enjoyed that I was able to listen to it while I was embroidering. And now I want to embroider a hockey stick onto my sweater. And if I really like this series, I might try and embroider this heart on, but I think I have to look up YouTube videos on how to actually embroider, because yeah, I'm not going to show you what I did while finishing the deal. It doesn't look good. Yeah, I'm going to shower, and I bought it on my Kindle ages ago, this book. So I'm actually going to take a shower. I'm going to crawl into bed, even though it's like 8 p.m. And I'm just going to read. I'm going to read my book. I'm going to enjoy it. And yeah, I'm going to tell you what I think about it along the way. Okay, so I haven't been in the shower yet, but I saw this. And I got a little bit scared. I'm not going to be able to pronounce a single name in this book. Not a single one. And also, am I supposed to remember this? Like, a corker, a beautiful woman, Bluey? That's a porno movie? That's a Disney character. Bluey is never going to be the same again. Am I supposed to remember all of these? I'll just look him up every single time. But yeah, I was about to go take a shower, but then apparently I decided to read a chapter before I do so. Okay, hear me out, okay? Don't judge me, hear me out. I am 32% into the book. I am gonna start page 254 when I go to the bus in like a few minutes. And I don't know. I feel like, I mean, even though, you know, stuff happens in the book, now it's just build up. I don't feel like a lot of the stuff that has happened at this point is information that I needed. But I had the same thing with Magnolia Park. So I was like, why are you giving me this information? I don't know why I need this information. And it made sense later in the book. So I'm guessing that's what's happening right now as well. And I knew it was slow burn. I knew it was slow burn. But slow burn is not my favorite trope. So I don't know. If there's a slow burn, like the banter has to be really, really good. It kind of has to be, I don't know, like the childhood friends. So they can really bicker and banter, which they can't because they don't really know each other at this point in time. So yeah, I am having a good time, but I'm also at the point I'm at right now. It's not like as soon as I'm done with something, I'm eager to pick up the book. I'm eager to pick it up. But then again, I'm not even halfway through, so it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I also have a little bit of a problem in my head about it because of their ages. But if I just try and pick that out of my brain, it might not be as big of a problem. But like, that's the only thing right now I kind of have to complain about. And yeah, I feel like I read 200 pages and not that much has happened. There's yearning, but there's not really doing anything. So I am hoping that, you know, something's gonna happen. They're building up to something happening, but I do feel like something has to happen soon. Otherwise, I do really not understand the hype of the book, which is fine. It's not a bad book. It's not like I'm not going to DNF it. I am going to finish it because I am intrigued to figure out what is happening. It's just not that, you know, amazing for me, which is completely fine. But something has to happen because I hear people rave about how Johnny is and like, you know, they want to make him like 5 to 10 years older because they want him as a book boyfriend, but they can't because he's too young. And I'm not there right now. Right now, he is just, I mean, he has given like some man cave, like, you know, he's done some, you know, I am man, you listen to me type of things, but not to the extent where I feel like the internet is going to go mental and want him for themselves. But yeah, I'm going to read a little bit and I'm going to go to work. And then I'm gonna read on my way to work. I'm gonna read, obviously, when I'm done at work. I don't really have that much to do because I take the bus to and from work, so I'll bring my Kindle. But yeah, and then later today, I am actually gonna have a co-working stream. So I'll link my Twitch channel down in the description if you would like to come and join us. And maybe I might be editing, but I know some people will be reading or doing some other stuff. So, you know, if you want to join in on the reading or you have work to do, but you just kind of want to have the structure, we usually do 50 minutes on, then 10 minutes off. And we do that for a few hours to keep the flow. And yeah, so if you want to join, you know, come on in. I'm going to keep on going with this one. And we're going to cross our fingers that I won't regret it. I take back everything I just said. Oh my God, I feel for her. I feel for her. Oh my God. Okay, I'm invested in Shannon now. I am invested in Shannon. I knew that this was going on because they do kind of touch on it, but they do not touch on how bad it is. And now that you see it with your own eyes, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. Oh my God. I am invested, at least in her now, and that's a good thing. It's just a little bit sad that it took me like 250 pages to get invested in her. But I mean, I guess at the same time, I have been intrigued. I have been wondering if they were going to tell us to what degree it was, or like if they were going to, I don't know, make it a subject, but not a subject you see. It's kind of like an off-page thing. But now I know, and now I want to give her a hug. Okay. I'm gonna go back to reading now. Actually, no, I'm gonna go because I have to catch my bus. I will update you later. Okay, so I am sitting here literally eating my breakfast before I go to work. I have about 9 pages left because this one is like Thank you so much for reading. And we're gonna finish it together. We're gonna see if this one wrecks me or if I've been able to distance myself from what's about to happen. I think this is one of the worst ideas I've ever had. I have to leave in 20 minutes. I understand why people like this book, but also why do you read this? Like, why do you read this? I don't know what I want to. Oh my God. Okay, I think I have to calm down a little bit and then I'll record my final thoughts later today because right now I'm just a wreck and there's a lot of noise outside and I really can't handle it right now. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys later when I'm back from work and hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, I've stopped crying. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. Okay, I have to stop crying now. I have to go to work. It is indeed the very next day. As you saw yesterday, I finished this one, or did this one finish me? I am not completely sure. I could not stop crying. Like, I fixed my makeup, and while I was fixing my makeup, I couldn't do it. I was a wreck. I was a complete wreck. I was not prepared because I went into this book pretty blindly. The only thing I kind of knew about the book were the names of the main characters and that their story is like heart-wrenching. Like, that's the only thing I knew. I didn't check up trigger warnings. I didn't do anything. So I was kind of surprised. I didn't even read the blurb. The one thing that I think kind of stumped me was that I wasn't prepared for it to be, I wasn't prepared for it to be that slow burn. So that made it kind of hard for me to get into the book pretty early on. But at some point, you know, I just got very invested in the characters. Well, at least one of the characters. And I got very invested in the other character a little bit later in the book. And by the end of it, I just wanted to give them a hug. The way this story is written, like the way when you see things, especially through her eyes, where it's so obvious what she sees that other people might take for granted, it's heart-wrenching and I cried like a baby. I told my friend that I already read this series and I was like, well, you know, hot take, do not read the ending of the book right before you go to work. And she's like, yeah, just as a little FYI, don't do that with any of the books. And I was like, oh, okay, good to know. I am excited to read the next one. It's not a 5-star series for me as of right now. It did take me a little bit to get into the book because the book is so thick. And like I said, I wasn't prepared for, you know, for it to be that kind of slow burn. So yeah, it's 4.5 stars. I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. But because I had a hard time getting into it to start out with, it's not up there for me as of right now. But you know, there's how many? 4 books out and the 5th book is coming out and there's even more books coming out. So it might end up there. The only thing is that, you know, it is very thick. So this feels like a commitment for me. 2 books that are like half the sizes, reading them back to back doesn't feel like the same commitment. Is that only me? But I feel like this is more of a commitment than 3 smaller books that make up 1,000 pages. This is not 1,000 pages, just like, you know, 3 books that make more pages than this doesn't feel as much of a commitment as reading 1 thick book. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I do recommend it. I do understand why people like it. Check up all of your trigger warnings if, you know, you need to do that before you go into it because it is a heavy book. And just be prepared to care about fictional people. That was it for this mood read. I hope you guys had fun coming along with me reading 2 different books, contemporary, both sports romances, very different books. Well, I mean, both of them had heavy topics in a way, but The Deal kind of had it in a more easy, fun-going way, even though the topics were heavy. This one was just heavy, which wasn't intentional because I didn't know what I was going into with either of them. Thank you guys so much for spending some of your precious time with me. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.